Thank you everyone for joining us, the graduating class of 2015 tonight. Tonight I will be introducing an incredible woman that I have had the greatest pleasure of knowing. She has been with us throughout our entire 4 years in high school, and in that time has instilled in us an immense amount of knowledge. Many of us have taken multiple classes from her, including Spanish, history, and my personal favorite, gourmet cooking. Outside of the classroom, she is an incredible mother to her twin daughters and treats us all as if we were her own. Please give a warm welcome to the speaker for the 2015 graduation, Lillian Boron.
Thank you for that. Thank you. What a lovely introduction. Now I've got to find this. Good evening, class of 2015, and congratulations to you all. I'm honored to be sharing this special moment with you as you take stock of all you've achieved and look with hope and excitement towards your future. I'm just one of your many teachers, and we've had the challenge of helping you prepare for a future that is uncertain and constantly in flux, for jobs and careers that might not even exist yet, to be conscientious, civic-minded citizens and globally competitive in a world that keeps shrinking. That sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to be, because certain things are constant no matter what you end up doing or where you end up going. It's spring, the weather is gorgeous, and I found myself elbow deep in dirt and compost when I should be inside grading papers. And I've been thinking about roots. You can learn a lot from them. Roots aren't beautiful, they're not showy, they're hidden. And while a gardener might be able to tell one root from another, they kind of all look the same. You're in the Haines community garden, and you've been growing roots. Look around you at your parents, your teachers, this place where you've been planted. Consider the local businesses and organizations that each year have contributed time, resources, and money so you could enjoy sports, travel, music, and many other activities. Think about the scholarships and awards you received this morning. You're blessed to be in a community that wholeheartedly believes in you and wants to see you thrive. You've been developing character, qualities, and skills that will ground you as you choose your path in life. You've learned to think, to express yourself, to create, to listen, and be heard. You've been forced out of your comfort zone, stretched in some ways and limited in others. And although it may be hard for you to see, there's purpose in that. I hope you've learned to work through discomfort, to set long-term goals and reach them, to develop habits of mind and body that will bring you success. Roots sustain you through the winter seasons, when you face disappointments or things are not what you thought they should be. I'm certain you will enjoy successes, and I'm just as certain that you will face failures. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not final. It is the courage to continue that counts." This was a man who, as the head of the British Royal Navy in World War I, was responsible for a terrible naval disaster in Gallipoli. But he was also the man who would, years later in World War II, inspire his country to stand strong during their darkest moments. He would write, "All my past life has been a preparation for this hour." Remember who you are down deep, and know that you have all of us surrounding you and supporting you even after this day. Don't let life's difficulties prevent you from growing into who you're meant to be. Let those challenges temper you and give you wisdom and teach you endurance. Continue learning and growing even when you enjoy success. Since this is the class that I first started running with, I would like to share a personal story. I have never considered myself an athlete. As a child, I could fillet a fish, shoot a deer, and haul wood. My home was a 10-minute boat ride from Hoona and another 15-minute walk across the mudflats. I had an outhouse, a Yukon plunger, and a 5-gallon bucket for hauling drinking water. So I never had the opportunity to do sports. And I definitely was no athlete. Fast forward to 4 years ago. My daughters were old enough to ride their bikes on the track, and so I decided I was going to change my life. I really, really wanted to be able to run a mile, but I had never successfully done it. I figured I would challenge myself, and maybe one day I could run around the track 4 times. So I started running. 30 seconds, walked 90 seconds, running 30 seconds, walking 90 seconds, around and around. Every couple days, I ran a little more and walked a little less. I still remember the moment I realized, I don't have to walk. I'm just going to keep running. And would you believe, I ran not just 1 mile, but 3. A few weeks later, I got brave. I ran even further, this time 5 miles. I was so excited, I called my sister in Juneau and yelled, "I'm a runner!" She said, "Good, you're running the Klondike this fall. You get the princess leg. Don't worry, it's only 8 miles. This got serious very fast, so I did the only smart thing I knew to do, join the Haines Glacier Bears cross-country team. It was a great plan, and I trained daily alongside my students, focused on my personal goal, 8 long miles. It was all fine until just a few weeks before the race. My sister called me up and said, "Change of plans, one of our runners just got hurt, so you'll have to run leg 4. And how long is that? 12 or 13 miles, I think. I was terrified, all my work for nothing, because I knew there was no way I could run that far. But then, Coach Liam fortified me with this bit of wisdom. Trust your training, Lily. You'll do just fine. So that's what I did. And it was the run of a lifetime. My first race, 13.1 miles through the night with the northern lights streaming and a full moon lighting up the sky. That moment of pure elation I would have missed if I hadn't started somewhere. 30 seconds running, 90 seconds walking, around a soggy track, reaching for that first mile. That experience changed me. After that, I learned to do other things. I learned to swim and downhill ski, and I'm not done yet. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't measure success by other people's standards, and don't accept excuses for inaction. Set your own goals and start where you are, not where you wish you could be. You are all special. You have many gifts, talents, and abilities. Jordan, you designed and built your own aluminum boat, for goodness sake. Jenny, where's Jenny? Jenny, with a dreamy thought and a few colored pencils, you can sketch a masterpiece. Keegan, you're a Renaissance man and an amazing athlete. Is there anything you can't do? Zayla, you're fleet of foot and a talented artist. Lindsay, where's Lindsay? Lindsay, you've got a voice like a silver bell that's taken you all the way to Carnegie Hall. Twice. Kyle, that bass, smooth and warm as melted butter, earned you special recognition at state. Casey, you're a thinker and a great drummer. Paige, highly intelligent, with a good dose of mischief thrown in. You all have special abilities, but as you embark on this next phase of life, remember it's not your talent that makes you who you are, it's your choices. Make those choices count. And as I look at you all tonight, I'm grateful for the many ways I've seen you start to do just that. I see young adults who have strong hearts, wills, and minds, who show kindness and respect, who want to challenge themselves. Josh, where's Josh? Josh, you're steady and strong. Keanu, you have a big heart and a gentle soul. Natalia, you can push through pain and enjoy the win. Terry and Elliot, both of you always have a smile and a helpful attitude. Megan, you care about righting wrongs. Samantha, Savannah, Itahau, you're finishers. Zach, you're helpful and caring. You pitch in and help when no one else is around. Christine, you test yourself and dream big. Celia, you're a doer. No nonsense and no complaints. You're at a transition point. You are in the driver's seat. You have to search for what you want and get it. In high school, it's for free. Now, it isn't. Standing still just means going backward. So take a step forward. What you get will be what you reach for, what you're willing to work for. As I've already said, this class is an interesting blend of personalities. Some of you already know the value of hard work and are seeing the benefits it brings. Some of you are risk takers and boundary pushers. Some of you are artists. Some of you haven't found your niche in life. If you are going to take a risk, make sure it's worth the cost. If you work hard, make sure it has meaning. To you artists out there, find joy in your work and talent, and don't let a closed door stop you. Put your energy into things that matter, and you will never be disappointed. I've had you as a captive audience for 4 years, so I believe I've talked enough. Your families, your teachers, and your community has invested much into your future. What will you do with it? That's the big question. The bell is rung, school is dismissed, and so as you're headed out the door, let me give you one final piece of advice. If you're standing still, get up and start walking. If you're walking, run. If you're running, spread your wings and fly. We'll all be watching. Congratulations, graduates.